Hello everyone. Hello all the achievers. Abhishek, Vishru, Tavni, Gurnesh, Anas, Shriya. Welcome Amitendra all the way from Delhi. Right now it's online, but still just to tell the gravity of it that Amitendra is from our head office and he heads the LST product. And welcome all the participants who are aspiring for the CLAT next year or maybe 2023 also. I, Siddharth Mehta, welcome you all on behalf of Career Launcher. And today we are going to listen to these young achievers about their journey, their highs, their lows, what clicked for them, what did not work out for them, so that you all can take some cue and prepare and strategize your preparation accordingly. So before I start, I will like to welcome Amitendra. And Amitendra, if we can listen from you some kind of words for these kids, and if we can set the entire goal.
Yeah, thank you so much, Siddharth. Thank you for having me here in this session. I would say, on behalf, before I say anything, I think I would like to say a big thank you to all the achievers, the parents, the students who are attending this session on behalf of entire CLLST family. Uh, it's not a new thing for us actually. So I would say this is something which is very repetitive year after year. Our scholars have made us always proud actually, just like these people have done this year. So if you look at our background, definitely one can understand. So this is a story year after year. Unfortunately, this time we are not meeting in person. Had it been the normal of 2019, we would have met in person and congratulated each one of you. But yes, I would say still that's an opportunity. And being online actually is very good in that sense that you can be part of any city actually and you can join the session. Today, I would say, is a day of learning, a day of sharing experiences, a day of exchange of ideas. And that is what my message to all the attendees out here is actually. So it's your day to learn a lot from these young achievers. So if I talk about Abhishek, Vishrut, Anas, Avni, Sumit, Gurnesh, Shreya, unfortunately, Rajshri is not here right now at this point of time. First of all, a very big congratulations to all of you. It's a wonderful feat. It's a wonderful achievement. You all deserved it, and you have ensured that you get to that point actually by achieving this actually. I would say you guys are an example of grit and determination. That is what I believe. All the achievers, I would definitely say that you are an example, clear example of grit and determination. You are an example of what hard work is, what smart work is. And I think that's a big learning for each of the people who are attending this session today. And I think that is something they should keep in their mind. To all the people who are attending this session today, if I talk about the students who are attending the session today right now and who will be appearing for the examinations next year, maybe in 2022 or in 2023, it's your day of learning actually. So you always have those queries. What are the resources? How many of the resources? What is that we should specifically do for some of the sections like GK? It's so vast. I think it's a day of learning because these people have gone, done that, achieved that actually, and they have a lot to share. So while you go through their journey of their preparation, what it takes to get into a law school, I think you learn a lot today actually. So you must follow them, learn from them today, listen attentively for next 60, 65 minutes what they are talking about. I think it would be a really great journey for all of you. I welcome all the parents who are attending the session today. If you're in the background, I welcome you all in this session. It is your day, Abhishek, Vishrut, Anas, Avni, Shreya, Gurnesh. It's your day. I think you are the one, while Siddharth will be definitely there to moderate the session. I think it's your day. You will be doing all the, you should be the one directing the session. You should be talking about your journey, of course. And I'm going to be there in the background with us. So without taking much of the time now, I would hand it over back to Siddharth to take the proceedings further.
Right. So thank you so much, Amitendra, for taking out the time and really giving the inspiring students and also the aspirants here, and also the parents who might be listening in the background. So before I start, let me very briefly tell about our achievers. So Shreya Suresh secured All India rank 438 and she will be going to HNLU Raipur. Gurneesh secured All India rank 581. She will be going to HNLU Raipur. Vishrut All India rank 843, HNLU Raipur. Anas Khan All India rank 901. He will be going to HNLU Raipur. Abhishek, All India rank 1641 and the National Law School Ranchi. Rajshri Tiwari, unfortunately, she couldn't attend the session. All India rank 2185, HNLU Raipur. And Avni Verma, 2203, All India rank 2203. She will be going to HNLU Raipur. So all of you would be going, I mean, apart from Abhishek, all of you are heading towards HNLU Raipur. Maybe, of course, in the upgradation, Shreya can move to maybe whatever rank she must have given above Raipur. First and foremost, I must congratulate all of you. And to all the listeners, let us understand the magnitude of the achievement, right? How many people took the CLAT exam? There were around 52,000 people who took the CLAT exam. And we are talking about around 55,000 something of that sort of students took the CLAT exam. We are talking to the people who are among the top 3-4%, even top 1%. 99 percentile that Shreya and Gurneesh are around 99 percentile. In any exam is top class. You see JEE result, you see CAT result, you see any result, it's top class. The competition has changed and it's really unbelievable. You pick up any career option, CA, 3 to 4% people become CA. So this is definitely a very big achievement. I know that it takes time to sink, but we have been observing students over the years, and let me tell you, the competition is very stiff, and to be among the top 3-4% is really commendable. So with that, I start my talk, and we will. My first question to all of you, and we will start with Vishrut because I can see him at the top of my screen. So Vishrut, we will start with you. Very briefly, if you can tell me why do you choose law as a career? I mean, in class 10th, I'm sure you must have got some 90-95%, isn't it? But why not engineering or anything? Why law as a career? And to everyone, this is the answer. So very briefly, if you can tell us what inspired you all towards law.
Okay, thank you, sir. I would like to say that in class 8, 9th, and 10th, I, like many other students, went to FITGE for mainly NTSC preparations. And in 8, 9, 10th, in FITGE, I realized after 2 months, I can't do this. I can't do this. This is not my cup of tea. I am able to understand, but even if I'm able to solve the question, I'm not getting the satisfaction. What am I going to do? If I'm getting 8th rank in my batch, I'm pretty sure that in all over India, there are going to be 80,000 or 8 lakh people who are better than me. And if this is a thing which I'm not getting any satisfaction doing so. And so I decided that, okay, engineering is not my cup of tea and I should look at other options. So I looked at law, I looked at commerce, I looked at hotel management, and among them, law piqued my interest. So I decided to choose law because at that time I became really interested in the politics. I became really interested in whatever is going on, all the things which are going on around the world, the international politics. This intrigued me a lot, and I decided that, okay, law is one of the fields which may help me to be in this field, and that's why I took law and decided to pursue CLAT.
So Vishrut, you have taken commerce in class 11 or science?
So I had taken commerce plus maths.
So when Vishrut was saying, I could definitely see Avni and Anas both nodding and smiling. Yeah, that's the reason. So maybe FITGE wala reason is common with the students. So what is it with you, Avni? Why did you choose law as a career?
So from the very start, I had been very interested in general knowledge and the happenings of the courts. The Supreme Court, I've been reading it continuously in the newspaper. But like the crowd, I went to coachings in 9th and 10th. And even in 11th, I took science. I'm a science student. I went to a coaching, but I just felt so blank, like we should say so unsatisfied with everything. It felt like it was not my cup of tea. Then if you know, I met Kriti Didi, and she told me that you are good in this, you are good in that. You should look up to this particular career option. It would really suit you. And I studied about it, and I really liked it, and I thought that this would be particularly fit for me, so I pursued it. I pursued that.
And Anas, your story?
Just like Vishruth, I joined like this engineering institute, and then I knew when I entered it, like this is not for me. And I have never been a very good student. I have always been the backbencher, always inclined towards sports. So I was very clear. And also, I have a brother who is a judge. So I used to have this conversation with him, and he was the only one who pushed me in this field of law. And I have always had this habit of reading the newspaper. So I was always interested in this international affairs, politics. So that's why I chose this career.
So I have listened three people, Vishnu, Tavani, and Anas. There are two common things. One is, of course, that they ran away from engineering. And the other common thing is that they all were interested in politics or international affairs or general knowledge. So, I mean, the point to stress that I'm trying to stress is, of course, the second one. That those who want to crack CLAT, you need to have interest in these topics. Yeah, Shriya.
So for me, from the very beginning, I guess by the end of class 10, I was pretty sure that I wanted to pursue law just because of the fact that I was very interested when it came to legal matters. And I had this fascination inside me when I used to read legal articles. And as Vishruth said, even I was interested in politics and all these affairs. So for me, it was pretty sure that I wanted to pursue law.
Gurnish.
Yes, sir. So, sir, in 10th, I had to choose a field. So, I also looked at various options, hotel management. I liked it. But then, sir, I attended this seminar at CL Bhilai. Someone came from, like, he was practicing under an advocate in the Supreme Court. So, I attended that. I suppose Vishruth was also there. So, I came home and I cried that I do not want to do this, because that seemed like a lot of work. But then I thought to myself, like, my parents also told me, like, everywhere I've got to learn something new. And then my father's also in the law department. I always see him carrying files and talking to other advocates. So that's what piqued my interest.
Right. So Vishruth is from commerce. Avni, you chose science. Anas?
Commerce plus physical education.
Commerce. And Shreya? Commerce.
So commerce plus maths.
Commerce plus maths. Gurnish?
Commerce, maths.
Okay. Abhishek, coming to you. You are from science, commerce, humanities.
Humanities, sir. Core humanities.
Wonderful. I was looking for this all variety. We have science, commerce, humanities. Everyone is here. Good. So yeah, Abhishek. So why law?
Sir,
Perhaps
actually,
law के वजह से you chose humanities, is it?
नो सर, एक्चुअली बहुत ही स्मॉल एज से मुझे ना वो ब्लैक कोट से बहुत ज्यादा अट्रैक्शन था, जो लॉयर्स और जजेस पहनते थे, मतलब जो कोर जुडिशरी जैसे काम करती थी सर, बिकॉज आई ऑलवेज थॉट दैट this a man who just wearing a black coat comes to the bench and passes a judgment which nullifies the order of a government, of an established government. So I used to think, sir, that this man has an impact on society, a very big impact. तो सर और धीरे धीरे सर वो क्रिमिनल लॉ से काफी ज्यादा अट्रैक्शन होते गया, जैसे बहुत सारे लॉयर्स को हम देखते थे, KTS तुलसी, उज्जवल निकम एंड कपिल सिब्बल. सो सर व्हेन वी सी दीस लॉयर्स एंड फेसेस इन द सुप्रीम कोर्ट, सो वी अ बिट मतलब एक ऐसा एपिटोम टाइप फीलिंग आती थी कि यार हाँ इनके जैसे बनना है. और सर वो बहुत छोटी एज से आना चालू हो गया था, इवन इन माय 7th 8th क्लास. सो आई वेरी अर्ली आई डिसाइडेड दैट आई वांट टू परस्यू इन दिस फील्ड ओनली. उस समय तो क्लैट के बारे में पता भी नहीं था ज्यादा कुछ वो. और एंड सर स्लोली व्हेन आई एंटर्ड 10th, सो आई get to know about this examination that there are these best colleges in the country producing fine lawyers, new generation lawyers. So I thought that to get into that. But sir, the biggest fact is that any person in this field has some impact on society, a direct impact on society. Sir, it can on a small scale or a bigger scale, doesn't matter, but it should have an impact on society. So sir, I thought that चाहे civil services हो, चाहे judiciary हो, चाहे simple lawyer हो, अपना कुछ तो योगदान होगा. There will be some contribution towards the society.
Okay. So thanks for, I mean, it's really good to know that we have variety of people. Somebody came to law out of elimination, as we do in our reading comprehension passage. Engineering is not good. This can't be the answer. Look, somebody came with clarity, but eventually all of you made it. But I'm sure when, I mean, you all are mix of 2-year or 1-year students. So Anas and Avni joined us for a 1-year program, and remaining you three joined us for 2-year program. Rajshri was a dropper, but she couldn't attend. I'm sure you must have encountered highs and lows in your preparation, maybe lows more than high, right, when you were preparing. So take us very briefly through your preparation journey. How did you prepare? Particularly if I have to ask you, which subject troubled you the most? Which subject troubled you the most, each one of you, and how did you prepare for it? And then we will see. I mean, if the answers come for all the 5 sections, then it will be good. Otherwise, we will see. Yeah. So maybe this time we can start with Abhishek.
Sir, actually, when I joined the LST program and starting my journey, so sir, analytical reasoning and mathematics are that sections which troubled a lot to me. Matlab, critical reasoning was way easier for me than analytical reasoning. So when I entered the coaching, so Shank sir used to tell me that do this, do that, and I used to, matlab, बहुत कम marks आते थे उन सब चीजों में. And sir, after 1 year passed, I have not achieved many. मतलब कुछ ज्यादा पढ़ाई भी नहीं हुई थी. तो शशांक sir said that कि you should start your preparation at giving a mock test, and you should end at the same note. Your preparation takes off from taking a test and ends at the same time. So sir, English was not a problem. GK was not at all a problem. Legal can be handled easily, but the reasoning part, which is the most conceptual part in this paper, troubled some. So sir, धीरे धीरे जब critical reasoning का stage आई, जब pattern change हुआ, सब कुछ हुआ, तो सर पहले हमको बहुत डर लगने लगा कि सीआर है, कुछ मटेरियल है नहीं मार्केट में ज्यादा, मतलब बहुत ज्यादा डर थे उस चीज का. तो सर लेकिन फिर धीरे धीरे आपकी क्लासेस अटेंड करते करते एक सैचुरेशन आ गया कि कॉन्सेप्ट अब क्लियर हो गए हैं, क्वेश्चंस क्लियर हो गए हैं, अब इससे डेविएट नहीं करना है हमको. जो कॉन्सेप्ट है वो पकड़ लिए हैं, अब उनसे हमको हटना नहीं है, दूर नहीं जाना है सर, बिकॉज इट इज अ ओशन, वी नो, हम खो सकते हैं उसमें. एंड सर जैसे जैसे एग्जाम पास आते गया ना, वैसे वैसे थोड़ा मैच्योर होते गए. मतलब हमको लगने लगा कि हाँ यार, अब थोड़ा थोड़ा अपन पेपर पैटर्न को हैंडल करना सीख रहे हैं. और सर उसकी दूसरी बात, जो क्लासेस थी एलएसटी की, स्पेशली जो नगेट्स प्रोग्राम की क्लासेस थी, मैंने एटलीस्ट 20 टाइम्स देखी है वो अप्रैल मार्च मंथ में. सर मतलब व्हेन आई वाज सॉल्विंग द एक्सेल पेपर, योर साउंड वाज हमिंग इन माय ईयर दैट डोंट मार्क दिस, ये मत करना, वो मत करना. सर और सुमित सर की बातें, ये गलती तुम पक्का करोगे, ये तुम बिल्कुल गलती करना ही है, तुमको मत करना. सर तो वो सब चीजें जब बार बार आ रही थी, तो क्वेश्चन अपने आप सही होते चले गए. सर बेसिकली मैं कहूँ तो ये एक प्रोसेस है. इससे जो एक बार बंदा पास हो गया, वो उसका मतलब अच्छी जगह सिलेक्शन होना पक्का है.
Gurnish, for you, what was the most difficult subject, and how did you prepare for that?
So the most difficult was GK, like because like I did not have a habit of reading newspapers. Like my streak would go on for like max 3-4 days, and then I would give a break of like 3 days again. My parents kept telling me to like read newspapers, it'll be good, but I always thought like there's going to be an event and I'll read about it when it ends, like in Manthan and all. Like I towards the end I read lots of Manthan, like every month, like I read every third day I repeated, because I knew that this material is good, like it'll be beneficial for me. Other than that, there's a magazine Pratyogita Darpan. I read that. My dad kept bringing it every month, and I had to read it, and I think that helped me a lot with like what happened with the World Water Day and all. I mean, Manthan and this, I wanna say that every day you should read newspaper, because if I had done that, I would have got better marks. But I think that's what I did. Maths was also troublesome for me. Like it was easy, but then there was time, speed, distance, because I had not brushed up those topics. So material was fine for me. Like I looked back at those videos in the aspiration account, and the questions I solved at the end, I was quite fine with it. So These were the
Gurnish, for the, I mean, those who are attending this and those who are viewing, Manthan is a material that Career Launcher gives to every student on the your aspiration account, and Manthan is consolidation of all the events that has happened, and it comes every month, and it's very elaborate. So most of the successful students will talk about it. So those who are not yet accessing it, please do access. Shreya, what was the case with you?
So for me, basically, I had this perception when I started my preparation that I used to score good in the subject of English in school. So my English and comprehension was pretty cool. I used to have this fallacy. But when I started giving mocks and started seeing the actual passages that used to come in CLAT, my perception got completely broken. And it is then that I realized that I need to improve my comprehension. And your classes on RC and CR, understanding those traps and those actually helped develop my skill and my comprehension. And for me, basically, English and CR, the comprehension section was tough initially, and later I improved because of all this practice and continuous reading of newspaper.
Great. So we have got a GK ka problem. We that Gurnish talked about, Abhishek maths problem, and we have CR and English problem also now. So Anas, what about you?
So, sir, the biggest problem or the weakest subject that I had was maths, and Sumit sir knows better than me. So, and I know everyone here, like most of you, would be afraid of maths or like they are pretty bad at it. So, I'll tell you a story. In the month of December or January, Sumit sir, if you remember, I used to score negative in maths. I'm not kidding. I used to score minus 0.5, minus 0.05, 0.75. And then Sumit sir, I would like to take this moment to thank him. He really helped me a lot. And at the end of the like during the end mocks, I used to score 11 and 12 in maths just because of him and his guidance. And I used to practice. And for those of who you are scared of maths, it's just the fear. Maths in CLAT is very easy. I'm just saying it's very easy. You just need to
Anas,
get over this fear.
very good point. Of course, Sumit has guided you. We
Yes.
all guide, but at the end, we guide to all the students. It is what students do at their home that makes the difference. So I will definitely like to know from you that what you did after Sumit sir would have explained you the method. What things you did at your home that worked for you, because maths is problem for a lot of
It's
people.
pretty simple, sir. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
We all know it. It's just practice. And I used to just run away from it. It's just practice. You don't have there's no secret. That's it. Everyone knows how to get a good body, but everyone can't do it. Right? Everyone knows how to get thin, but they can't do it. So everyone knows how to get better at maths. That's just practice, but nobody is willing to do it. That's the thing. It's just practice. And I'm
Anas,
telling you,
you are very disappointing. I was under the impression that you will give us some magic pill ki ye aise maths improve hua. You have given me the tough task of practicing, but unfortunately or fortunately, that is the only way. So guys, those who are afraid of maths and run away from maths, that's the only thing you can do. Practice and nothing more. Right?
sir,
Nothing less will work actually. Yeah, unless you were saying something.
sir, actually my level of maths is I was so bad at it. Like I used to have difficulty in division. Like I was from commerce physical education. So I was just very far away from maths, but I scored around 9 or 10 in the real CLAT. So you just have to get over the fear. You just can't say this, I'm really bad at this, I'll just ignore this section. No, you have to. If you have to get into a top college, you just can't ignore maths. And that's what I learned from Siddharth sir. He told me in one of his sessions that you can't just ignore maths. Like most of you would do it, I know. And that's the biggest mistake that you're going to make in this preparation. So just don't ignore it. Keep practicing. That's the only way, guys.
So very honest, Gurnish gave you one tip that had she continued with reading newspaper, she would have secured a better rank. Very honest, and really something to note for all the listeners. Anas telling you that you will ignore maths. He knows it. I also know it, but prove me wrong. It will be beneficial for everyone. Please don't ignore it. Practice it. Avni,
So for me, CR and English was something that used to bring down my marks tremendously down. I was good at GK, I was good at maths, I was good at legal, but CR and English, I used to score marks initially in single digit. I was so bad in it. And I know why people don't improve on it, because once you make a question wrong, there is an option you saw and then the correct option you see, and you'll be like, okay, but you don't pay attention to the explanation with what reasoning you tried to attempt the question and what and got the answer and what reasoning should be applied. And I was doing this till December January, and I was literally crying over why my marks are not increasing. Then we had this booklets which had so elaborate explanations of why every option is right or why each option is wrong. And honestly, if the given material, the whole CL material, if you prepare it, you go through it twice or thrice, you are thorough with your concepts, I think this reading part won't be a trouble for you. And in the ending marks, I was scoring above 25, 26, 27 in these sections.
Yeah, we should.
I was pretty confident in my CR, RC, and math section, but ironically, my legal section and GK section were my biggest nemesis. The two sections which were almost 50%, which is almost 50% of the paper, were my weakest. The reason GK was weak because when the new pattern changed, I was completely lost. I had no idea how to tackle this. Earlier on, I was just mugging up question answer, and that used to yield me good marks in the old pattern. But when the new pattern came, I had to change my approach. So while in my first two mocks, I scored, I think, 9 and 11, and that too, they were all flukes. I don't know how it worked. They were all flukes, and I realized this is not going to work. I have to do something. So I used to read daily newspaper, but I changed my approach a little, and instead of revising GK at the end of the month, I started making daily notes. I used to visit many IAS sites have in-depth analysis of everything. They'll give even opinions also, way forward for India, way forward to this. What I simply used to do is Control C, Control V, paste it into my Word file and edit it according to me. And every week or every 2 weeks, I'll just revise it. And that started yielding me result. So if you make a curve of my GK marks, it started from 10, 11, 12, then it at one point it reached 34 marks. Everybody at my home were so surprised that they thought that I had aced the GK section. And even I had thought so. But I would like to say that I was completely wrong. In the real CLAT paper, I got 11 marks. And I think while I was expecting 24, and I got 11 marks, and those 13 to 10 marks were the real difference. So the only possible solution which I found is to persevere, cover all your grounds. You cannot compensate in GK. Like in this year's CLAT paper, they had a lot of trivia questions, and I used to often neglect trivia. And that question, when it came in GK section, in the examination room, I was kicking myself because I thought that this was not important. Ye to puchega nahi. And yeah, that kicked me in the end. And legal section also, after the pattern change, since I didn't have a problem with the long passages, the problem which I had was a very fundamental problem. Do I have to apply external knowledge or not? Because I felt that legal legal reasoning is such a dubious section that I was confused. I have in contracts, I have read that we cannot do this. But here in the principle, it's not given anything. And as a result of it, my attempts in legal were always very less. I remember that I think it was Anas. Anas used to attempt all the questions. I remember that he used to attend around 35, 36 questions in legal, and I was very shocked because at that time I was scoring 17 marks. I used to attend 17, used to get 17. And I felt that legal and GK, these two sections, if you have command over these two sections, your 80% of your work is done. If you are good in these two sections and average in both the other three sections, your work is done. And sadly, these two sections were my nemesis at the start of my preparation. And after the CLAT also, after my analysis, I realized that yes, these two sections led to my downfall. And if I had given more, I had prepared in a more efficient way, then maybe I could have scored around 10 to 15 marks more and got a better rank.
Right. So thanks, Vishrut, for again one honest reply. And it is just like that, you know, GK, you prepare too much and you can score less, but nothing can be done. That's the best way to do. You have to prepare. So coming to GK, I know Abhishek, you have prepared a lot for GK. I mean, I'm sure everyone has, but Abhishek, I know that you gave a lot of time. You attended all the master stroke classes also, I believe, by Kandar Pai, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So, any particular pointer from your side for GK?
सर फॉर जीके में एक ही चीज कहूंगा कि हमको एग्जामिनर के माइंडसेट से सोचना है. मैं हमेशा ये सोचता था कि यार ये न्यूज है तो वो क्या पूछ सकता है. लाइक ए क्वेश्चन केम ऑफ PP14 PP16 की पेट्रोल पॉइंट कौन सा था लद्दाख में. सर तो जब एक आर्टिकल में पढ़ रहा था, उस आर्टिकल में वो चीज 3 बार मेंशन थी और वो मेरे दिमाग में जाके बैठ गई कि PP14 है, तो मैंने एलिमिनेट करके PP14 टिक कर दिया. सर तो सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में हमारे धीरे धीरे एक हैबिट डेवलप हो जाती है कि अगर कोई भी पैराग्राफ से कोई भी आ सकता है, दे कैन आस्क अबाउट एनीथिंग. वो ये भी पूछ लेंगे कि सदगुरु ने जो स्पिरिचुअल थ्योरी दी वो किससे इंस्पायर्ड है. सर तो दिस टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस कैन कम इन क्लैट, सो वी हैव टू स्टार्ट वेरी स्पेकुलेटिंग नजर से हमको किसी भी चीज को देखना है. यस सर. तो एक्चुअली में हमको थोड़ा सा मैच्योरेशन हमें लाना पड़ेगा कि भाई हम किसी भी चीज को कैसे अप्रोच कर रहे हैं. अब सर जैसे नेशनल डेज और इंटरनेशनल डेज उन लोगों ने पूछे, दे आर एब्सोल्युटली राइट इन देयर टेस्टिंग बिकॉज वी कैन नॉट क्वेश्चन द अथॉरिटी ऑफ दीज क्वेश्चंस. सर बिकॉज ये जो चीजें उन्होंने पूछी थी ना, ये सच्ची में हिंदू और इंडियन एक्सप्रेस में आई थी और ये हम लोगों ने उसको इररिलेवेंट मान लिया था कि ये नहीं हो सकता बिकॉज हमने एक माइंडसेट बना लिया क्लैट 2020 का पेपर ऐसा था तो ये भी ऐसा ही होगा. तो ये चीज हमें आ गई थी. और दूसरी सर ये चीज है कि जो जीके होता है ना वो दो तरह से हम टैकल कर सकते हैं. एक होता है कोर जीके जैसे जो डेज वेज वगैरह स्टैटिक जीके, और एक होता है कंसेप्चुअल जीके जो हमें करंट अफेयर से उठाना है और उसको एज अ थ्योरी पढ़ना है कि ये कैसा हमारा काम है उसको तोड़ना.
What you are saying is that any news that comes in front, थोड़ा सा intensive we need to study it. What all questions can
Yes,
come
sir.
around it. So pick a keyword and what all questions can come around it. Now guys, very important question. Just try to recall, when did you guys appear for your first mock? So for example, the 2-year students, for example, Abhishek and Gurneesh, you can talk when I was in class 11th and this particular month, and if you can tentatively tell me your marks. I know it's not possible for you to remember your exact marks on the first mock that you wrote, but when did you took your first mock? So yeah, Avni.
Sir, I think it was last year, July, and I clearly remember my marks. It was 68.25 because I have been maintaining a mock notebook throughout the preparation journey.
Right. So first mock in the month of July last year. You when you were in class 12. Yeah. Gurneesh.
So my first mock was when I was in class 11 and it was the old pattern. So out of 200, I got around 72 right. 72.
So maybe 200, maybe 35% kind of. Shreya?
Sir, since I was a 2-year student and the pattern changed, I would talk about the new pattern. The first mock that I gave in new pattern, I scored around 60s and I remained in 60s for quite a long period of time.
All right. Anas?
I gave my first mock. It was the mock that was released by the consortium, and that in the new pattern, and in that I scored 32.
30, 32, 60, 70. That's the score that we are listening. Vishrut?
So my old pattern first mock was, I think, during the month of August 2019 was the All India mock CLAT, and I had scored 57.5 out of 200. And the new pattern was 2020, I think it was August or September, and I had scored 78.5.
Abhishek?
Sir, my first new pattern mock was in March 2020. It was an All India mock for 2020 students. So I scored in it about 65 or so, 65, 66.
So all of you took your first mock at least 10 months before the actual CLAT, right? How many of you had completed your syllabus by that time? No one? No, why I'm asking, because students have this belief that I have to complete my syllabus and only then I will take the mock. That's the belief. And I remember I force fit that no mock, you have to take mock, you have to take mock, right? So that's why I asked. And starting from your 30s or 40s or 50s, whatever marks you scored in the mock, what was your journey in mocks, and how what is the importance of mocks according to you? Yeah, anybody can answer. Maybe we can start with Anas.
Sir, mocks are pretty important. Like the moment I started my preparation, I started giving mocks because that's the most important thing. Uh, you can practice a lot. Like for example, if I take the analogy of football, you can practice all the drills you want. You can practice the passes, but if you don't have any match experiences, you're not going to perform. So that's why mocks are very important because it's a simulation, right? You have to get in, and through mocks you give a direction to your preparation. You know where you're lacking, you know where you're strong, and you have that mindset, and it's very important. And you also get the idea of how the questions are framed, how the examiner thinks, and also it's very important. And guys, for those who are listening, just don't be like, first I'll complete my preparation, first I'll then attend this class or this month, and first I'll finish this book and then I'll give mock. No, the day you start your preparation for CLAT, the day you decide that you are going to give this, start giving mock and give mock every week. This is very important. This helped me really a lot.
Anas,
This
how many mocks would have you taken across the 10 month, 12-month period?
I give a lot. I gave a lot.
Tentative figure 30, 40, 10,
No,
60,
sir,
70.
more than 80, I guess. More than 80.
More than 80 mocks in 10-month period. Brilliant. Shreya, old pattern, new pattern, all the mocks that you have taken. Give me the number and what according to you the importance of mock.
So firstly, even I had this mistaken perception that I will learn everything, complete the entire syllabus and then give the marks, because then my marks would be great and that would increase my confidence. So I was a victim of this perception very well till I guess November or December. And that's when you made a call to my parents and you said that I'm not giving marks. And I would really like to, I'm really grateful to Siddharth sir for making that call, because that's when I started giving marks. I understood that अब नहीं चलेगा काम ऐसे नहीं चलेगा अब marks देना ही है, because I had this pressure that now my parents would be asking me, and till then everyone was like, yeah, she's learning, she's doing things, she's working, but no one knew that I was not taking the marks. So that call changed, and changed the direction of my preparation. I started giving marks, and initially I scored in the range of 60s, and everyone at my home knew that my mood was directly proportional to the mock marks that I used to get. Like they could guess from my facial expression, iska mock kharab gaya hai. So the main thing that I would like to tell here is just don't judge your final performance or don't judge your capabilities just based on your mock marks. I use the strategy of mocks, analyze, and learn. Don't use the strategy of I'll learn everything, give the mocks, and analyze. Use the strategy of mocks, analyze, and learn everything. I started giving mocks continuously. My score used to be quite low, but I used to take it in my stride. I used to analyze it in very minute pattern, and that helped me a lot. So I would suggest everyone listening to me right now that please give mocks and don't judge yourselves by your mock marks.
How many mocks would have you taken, Shreya? Both new pattern, old pattern?
So in my account, it's showing around 55. So yeah, in the range of 55.
Right, Gunish?
Yes, sir. So I also got a similar call. And I
You
came
also
to
got
the
my,
office.
okay.
Yes, on December 4th, sir. I remember the date because that day it changed. I also thought like 1 week more. I'll give it the next week because I have to perform, like I have to do better practice. But then I started giving mocks. Of my journey in mocks started from 50s. And then in the starting, it was fine. I just gave the mock, and then like next week I'll give another mock. I did not analyze it in the starting. So it took me some time, but then in the March, it started increasing. And that's when my confidence started increasing. And I did not think about my final exam, how I'm going to do based on my mock scores. So that's good, I think. And I think everybody should give mocks. It gives you confidence. It gives, like, if you sit in a room, like in the later stage, sir told us to wear mask and like sit in a place where there's no AC just to get that atmosphere. So I think I did that in the later stage. But when you get that feel that you're going to give this exam for 2 hours and there's going to be a timer and then everything, so I think it just gives you confidence when you finish it.
Gurnish, you told very interesting thing that for 3-4 months your marks did not increase. Uh, Roughly how many mocks you would have taken in those 3-4 months?
Those 3-4 months, I did not like give, I gave around once a week, like maybe once in 2 weeks, because my confidence fell because my marks were
I
so
will
good.
say safe figure would be 6 to 8 mocks.
In those, like in 2 months, I'd say.
Yeah,
Yes,
6 mocks.
yes.
So that's what I tell to everyone. It takes 5 to 6 mocks time to know your actual level. So you need to have that patience. You just cannot judge yourself by performance of one mock. So who is remaining? Vishu.
So, sir, I have a very mixed feelings about mock because at one hand, I'm very grateful to mocks because they guided me, and my main preparation was not actually doing and solving sums, but it was actually writing mocks, analyzing them, and learning from them. And on the other hand, I am not very fond of mocks because after getting low scores, you're going to get demoralized. And I'm not trying to be dramatic. You'll get low scores, you'll feel like crying. And yeah, I have cried. I've cried so many times that I've got 60s, I've got 50s. How can I score so low? I'm so good. I had this false conception that I'm good at this. How am I getting in single digit? So yeah, so that's why mocks, but mocks are very important. Mocks will guide you, mocks will tell you what is wrong in you. And to make an analogy, mock is like that friend who is very bad, who will say it in your face that you are bad at this, you're so bad looking, or you're so bad at this, but his intentions are always very good. And I felt mock is like that friend. He'll just tell it in your face without sugarcoating anything that yeah, you're bad in GK. So you study so less, you're getting so less mark. And as per the number of mocks I took, I might have taken around 65, 70 full length mocks.
Great, great. Avni.
Sir, even I received a call in the month of October.
Achha, you also received a call. So
Yes.
somebody I called October, somebody I November, December. I have to make a calendar of it now. Right.
So I really got around that time also I really got serious with that CLAT prep, and eventually even I used to feel like throwing my laptop after seeing those marks, those horrible marks. But you cannot deny the fact that the study would be pointless if you are not able to perform your skills and everything you learned in those 2 hours with those 150 questions. If you cannot just you are not being able to do anything in the main paper. So I think mock is very important. It will let you know about your strengths, your weaknesses, even the analysis. I think taking mock is 30%, analyzing is 70%, and 70% of people don't do the analysis at all. So I think analysis is a very important thing in mocks, and I think I owe to analysis that my marks literally started climbing up exponentially. At times I was 80, 90, 100, 115. I think my highest score was 125. So I think it's I owe it all to analysis. It's the most boring thing, the most tedious thing. You will hate it. You will hate seeing your mistakes again and again. That यार मैंने यही गलती की थी, पिछले पेपर में भी यही गलती की थी. But then you will realize that अगली बार ये नहीं करना है. I think that's the whole point.
Abhishek.
And I took around 80 plus mocks in my whole.
सर अगर टोटल नंबर ऑफ मॉक्स देखे जाए तो मैंने अबाउट 98 मॉक्स अटेम्प्ट किए थे, और मैंने देखा जाए तो सर 90% ऑफ माय प्रिपरेशन इज जस्ट मॉक्स बिकॉज आई लव्ड देम. मतलब आई यूज्ड टू हंट फॉर मॉक्स कि आज अपलोड हुआ है, शाम तक देना है. मतलब जस्ट लाइक
I know that, yeah.
So sir, there actually the main focus of mine was not on scores. As soon as the mock gets over, I just take a break of 15 minutes and just I again start analyzing it. What I used to analyze is the most important thing is not your mistakes. Like say if 80% of people get a question right, so why you are getting it wrong? That's the most important thing. If 90% of people get it wrong and you also get it wrong, it doesn't make much difference, because the cutoff will be decided on what you have to just score hardly 5 marks more than the average. There is the cutoff will end. And so the most important thing is, don't hunt for material that ye bhi kar lu, wo bhi kar lu. And I will say, sir, I used to spend at least 8 hours a day on aspiration.ai. मेरा कंप्यूटर का क्रोम एनालिसिस से बताता है so it is very important to get on that window, sit there and just hunt for things that उसमें इतनी सारी चीजें हैं. Even I had given at least 105 sectional tests. I have get them reset and give them again. And even the last 3-4 months, it's just mocks and tests and nothing else. One cannot crack this exam in just doing 3 to 4 months of conceptual study. That is impossible.
So from what all you told, mock is preparation. You cannot separate the two things. I really don't believe how you can solve questions and maybe solve even 100 questions and crack the exam without writing a mock. Yeah, of course, if you can write 50 mocks and analyze, you can definitely crack the exam without even bothering about any other thing. So mocks are definitely important. Now, this question is for anyone. I mean, maybe two of you, any two of you can answer, and maybe I will like to listen from those who were talking about that after the mock score, they used to get demoralized, right? So I want to listen, what was your support system? I mean, how did you get out of that demotivation? Maybe Avani, you can talk about it.
Sir, always I have been the person who looks at the positive side of things. So I was like कि इस बार 80 आया, अगली बार 85 ला के दिखाऊंगी. I was like that only, and for that I used to मान लो I had low marks in CR, so I used to analyze properly that what went wrong, what was my approach and what approach was required from me. Then I went to the core concepts, looked over my mistakes again and again, and that gave me internal strength that yes, now I am deft with all this, now I can do better. And when I saw the results showed in the next mock, it really gave me an inner satisfaction and motivation that yes, I can do this. Let's see.
I will like to know the roles that of parents here. I mean, if somebody, I'm sure that Shriya was saying that the family used to know that आज इसका mock अच्छा नहीं हुआ है. So Shriya, how did your parents and how did the family or any other support system, friends, teachers, they helped you in improving?
Sir, I owe my success completely to my family, because they were throughout with me in my journey. And I used to be a person who used to get a lot affected by my mock marks. And once, it was very rarely that I used to score in the range of hundreds. Very honestly, I was the average student who used to score in the range of 80s if you take my average of marks. So I used to score in the range of 80s, and once I scored 100 plus. So I told my mother, she was very glad. And whenever I used to score in the range of 60s, my mother used to remind me, देख तूने 100 भी score लाया है, तुझसे हो सकता है, ऐसा नहीं है कि तुझसे होगा नहीं. And that dialogue literally helped me a lot. I used to always think, हाँ मुझसे हो पाएगा, ये mock गंदा गया, कोई नहीं, अगले बार और करेंगे अच्छे से. And as I said, that please don't judge yourself by your mock marks. So my family constantly used to tell me that it's just a mock. You analyze it, see what your mistake was, and try to rectify them. So that's what was my mainly strategy.
Gurneesh?
So I remember in one of the sessions you said कि एक mark दे दिया, and in the next mock, even if 0.25 or even if 1 mark increases, it's good. Like you did something good. And that, like, my parents heard it in that session. So whenever my mock scores were low, they were like, okay, do something, like practice something more. And then in the next mock, if my scores reduced, they would be like, oh, you might have done something wrong, and like revise it and so on. But if my marks increased, they were like, you remember sir said this, so you are doing good. Second, I'd say, so like my parents kept on saying this. Of course, it was your advice, sir. And second would be, I listen to like energetic songs. Like there are songs like from Uri, like Jagga Jitta, and I used to listen to them, and then I'd get back to practicing more questions. So that helped me.
All right, great. Right. Vishnu,
Like,
Abhishek, Anas, anything that you guys will like to add about your support system? Anas, you were saying something.
yes, sir. Sir, during the month of I don't know, January, February, my mocks marks were stagnated. Like they were not improving, and I was scoring pretty bad. My rankings were not good. So I used to call him like, "Ki sir, marks nahi aa rahe, kya karna hai?" And he used to say the thing that I wanted to hear. Hey, gadhe type kya ho raha hai? Usse kuch nahi hoga, pad. And that really, and he was like, for those who are listening, Siddharth sir, Sumit sir, Naman sir, they're pretty approachable. If you have anything, please just go and talk to them. And if you have any other, and also what I used to do is, I have like I take inspiration from sports. Like I always used to think like, if I'm getting low marks or I'm having any setbacks, what would Virat Kohli do? Would he just sit around and crib? What would Ronaldo do? What would Michael Jordan do? And these are my inspirations. So like that's what I used to help me.
Wonderful. Songs, role models, and I'm sure everyone has some way of getting inspired, right? But before going that, I mean, let me ask about the reading habit of you all, because ultimately now it is something that CLAT is only about reading and reasoning. If you are not good in it, then you will not do well in the exam. So let me talk about your reading habits. So anybody can speak. Maybe Vishruth, we want to listen to you, your reading habits.
So, sir, when I was young, I never used to read anything.
You are
My
still young.
no, so when I was very young, I was small. When I was
Okay.
11,
Okay.
till the
Right.
age of 11, 12, I never used to read. My mother,
Okay.
my sister used to coerce me, read this book, read this book. You'll love it, you'll love it. And then suddenly then I started with this series called the Percy Jackson series, which really intrigued me. So I thought that, so I asked my father, is this? And he said, oh, instead of buying the entire paperback series, he said, let's buy your Kindle. And that really changed me. He bought me a Kindle. I read the entire Percy Jackson series. I started discovering more books. And at one time, and one day I used to finish one book. I used to set aside all my studies. I used to set aside all my homework. I just used to read, because I don't know, something changed in me. And the thing which I abhorred at one time, now I liked it. And I'm pretty sure that most of you here will also have some such incident that will change you and got you into reading.
All right. Abhishek.
सर एक्चुअली मैं कहना चाहूंगा, मतलब जब मैंने हिंदू और एक्सप्रेस पढ़ना चालू किया था, उससे कई दिनों से पहले मेरे फादर वो पढ़ रहे थे. Even my father today comes to home and he used to spend at least 2.5 to 3 hours in reading these newspapers online. And he used to, मतलब वो मुझे फॉरवर्ड करते थे वॉशिंगटन पोस्ट का, ये पढ़ वो पढ़, अबे तू ये जानता है कि नहीं जानता. मतलब he used to just poke me out that you मतलब तुम ये सब करो. And sir, when I started reading newspaper 2 years back, my speed was like I used to spend at least 2 hours on a newspaper per day. And that is a hefty amount. And sir, but मैं धीरे धीरे समझ गया कि क्या अपने काम का है, क्या काम का नहीं है, what is the required speed, what should be the approach, where we have to stop, where we have to note. And slowly and steadily, I must clear it to the audience that if you are able to complete a newspaper in less than 1 hour, take it as 1 hour, then it is good to go. Because see, average editorial comes of about 1,000 words and more than that. And if you are reading that article in, let's say, Hindu mein 5 articles aate hain, 5 important articles, most important articles are actually 5 to 6, and you are able to complete them in 45 minutes, then you are at a good stage. Because if you are giving 7 to 10 minutes per editorial, and the actual passage in the exam will be of half of that editorial, actually it will be 1/3 of it, and you will complete it in 5 minutes, and that is a good amount. And sir, editorial मैं तो कहूँगा कि fictional वगैरह नहीं पढ़ना चाहिए इस stage पे आके. I will not suggest anyone to read novels and all. I will just strongly suggest to go and read journals like Frontline. I liked it in the most. Frontline, Indian Express, the New Indian Express, Hindu, and they are done with it. It is enough.
Right. So I will like to ask this question. Many people, when they join us, they consider us as only classes होगा, classes में पढ़ाएंगे, then that's over. But personally, I have seen now, I have now started knowing that students who are achievers, they take Career Launcher as a system. They take aspiration account, they take classrooms, they take the Manthan, they join the Telegram channels, they look at the strategy sessions by the HO faculty. How will you rate the entire ecosystem of Career Launcher, and what are the most important things? I'm simply asking this because we want to know the feedback. Plus, not many students even know about these features, that these features are available to them. They only think about the classes, class ho rahi hai ki nahi. So maybe anyone can start.
Okay, sir. So the aspiration account is, again, not to be dramatic, is your best friend. Just like your mock, it's your best friend. Aspiration account has anything. If you missed your class, aspiration account में 2 दिन के बाद upload हो जाएगा. If you want to see a head office class, in aspiration account, you can go to the video section. And so I felt that aspiration account is this package which has everything. If you want to play GK games, it has GK games. If you don't have time to take an entire mock, you can have 30-minute sectional tests. So I feel that aspiration account, a CL student who does not use his or her aspiration account is just, is not preparing at all. Aspiration, if classes are 20%, are only covering 20%, aspiration account can take that preparation up to 50 or 60%, and the rest 40% is in your hands. And that's why I feel aspiration account is very important for a CL student.
And aspiration account also includes Manthan that we were talking about initially. So very, very well said, very well. You have summarized all the things. Anything else that anyone will like to add about what you think helped you in your preparation?
Sir, the doubt class. I think Sumit sir will know how many times I have troubled him with my doubts, and you too, and Naman sir. I used to call him and say, "Sir, marks nahi bade," and you used to you used to take us so calmly and clear all our doubts so patiently. And I still remember your the method of your doubt solving is so unique. You used to say us that, "पहले तुम मुझे बताओ तुम्हारा आंसर क्या आया था, तुम कैसे पहुंचे, then I'll tell what, then I'll tell." Take you through the process and go to the right answer. I think it was very introspective because I was like कि बस कहीं से answer आ जाए हो गया बात खत्म. I think it helped me a lot with the critical part, even and also with maths. I think the most doubt I've ever sent was to Sumit sir, so I thank him a lot. And I think the doubt system is very good. You should use all the and the aspiration account to the Manthans are really comprehensive, exhaustive, and great. If you go through, I assure that if you go through the Manthans at least 5 to 6 times, you will be good to go with your GK prep. The sectional test was were to the point with the real paper. I think to be honest, I have joined the test series of different coachings, but I think the most familiar I felt the test series of Career Launcher were with the actual paper. I could realize that अच्छा इस mock में इस type का question था that was similar to the real paper. I think the mocks are great, the material is great, and the support system is fabulous.
Thank you so much, Apni. Thank you.
Sir, I will also like to add something.
Yeah.
So I'll add something to the previous question as well. I was one of the students who did not know what was going to happen what's happening in the aspiration account. So I remember in class 11, Shashank sir said, "How many marks did you give?" And I was like, "Sir, which marks are going on? Like, what's happening?" Sir is like, "It's in your aspiration account." And I did not know what aspiration account was. So in 2020, of course, due to lockdown, everything was online. So I spent 2 to 3 hours. Like, I was on the aspiration account. I clicked everywhere because I had to know if I have to find something, where will it be? So it's a world where you can practice everything. I would say that for aspiration account. But other than that, to add something, I'd say if your parents can get involved in this process, mostly they do get, like my father, he used to come, he knew my GK was not that good. So before the day of the examination, he would still bring me papers. He would like read this, read that. And I did not read much about the Tokyo Olympics. So and it helped me because my dad gave me this 3-4 pages. He had handwritten these notes, and it was like in NLU Delhi, the question came about the maths. So if your parents are helping you, that's really good, because they're also looking at it through their perspective. We are looking at it from a student's point of view. So I think that's.
Thank you so much.
So even I would like to add here.
Yeah.
So I would suggest that to everyone watching, that the CL team and the aspiration account is a one-stop solution for acing your CLAT prep. And as students, we look up for emotional support. It's not only about learning. It's जब CLAT का दिन पास आता है ना, सबके अंदर बहुत बहुत अजीब सी feelings आती है, and that's where emotional support comes into hand. And I remember I went to pick up the mock paper, and Sumit sir asked me that how's your prep going and is everything fine. And I told him, and just like a friend, he answered all my queries and said कि इतने दिन से prepare कर रही हो, अच्छा होगा ही. And that line literally helped me a lot, and I thank the entire CL team for the support they extended.
As a teacher, we never know which phone call to the parents will make a difference to your life, or what line from a faculty just easing out. We say it ki ho jayega. And it's really good to know that these can be life-changing lines or phone calls for these students. How did you prepare for static GK? Who will like to answer that, static GK?
Sir, I'll answer that.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, sir. So one method that I used was I made flashcards, and that's a exhausting job. And I did it towards the end. So I made these flashcards. These were about dates, important dates. I made it about the Myanmar coup. So I think it's really helpful. But over a span of time, you'll see there'll be a lot of flashcards. So whatever I thought was relevant, I did it towards the end. 1 month before the examination, I took out all the Manthans and all the Pratyogita Darpans and all these magazines, and then I saw what I thought would be relevant. So I made flashcards for them.
Good evening, Manoj sir.
Good evening, sir.
So how are you, sir?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
All right. So just message for the parents who might be listening here. How important is your role in this entire preparation?
Sir, you very well know that I am a parent to elder daughter who is also a lawyer who studied from Nalsar, and I am also a father of a son who is going to HNLU Raipur. My experience with your team has been extensive over the past so many years, and I feel I have interacted with you over a very long period of time. And this is one of a unique kind of a system that exists in Bhilai. And what I would like to say to the parents who are watching, the students who are watching this, is you people are lucky that in a small town like Bhilai, where most of the children are interested in engineering and maybe some few of them for medicine, this is a unique experience. And please take full advantage of it. Please prepare well. You have heard people talking about the preparation. CLAT is a very difficult exam now. I have seen it happening in 2015 with my daughter. I have been watching it throughout these years. I have been telling my son, and I've seen the entire movement happening. And it is a difficult exam, no doubt. And CLLST is there to help you. Siddharth sir and his team are very good. They will support you with all your, what you call difficulties and the experiences that you will have. And I would like to wish Siddharth sir and his team all the best. The students who are going to give their exams next year too. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Shreya, your father is with you, I think. Good evening, sir. Sir, how are you?
Fine, sir.
So as a parent, what role did you think that आप लोगों का जो support था, जो मतलब एक parents को देना चाहिए, what do you think is the message for the parents who are listening?
First of all, I congratulate all the students who cracked CLAT 2021, and especially my daughter.
Right.
Sir.
Sir, Avni's father is with us, sir. Namaskar.
Good evening to all,
Good
and
evening.
very first, congratulations to all those who have selected, and Siddharth sir, your team, and Avni has joined 1-year course. उसके पहले वो बोल रही थी, बट उसने ऑनलाइन को ज्वाइन किया था, और एज जो एग्जाम कैंसिल हुआ, एक्चुअली जो एग्जाम कैंसिल हुआ उसके बाद में मैं देखा कि उसका थोड़ा सा टाइम उसको मिला. शी गॉट इनफ टाइम फॉर प्रिपेयरिंग द एग्जाम्स. उसका लेवल जो था 90, 80 ऐसे चल रहा था. उसने काफी अच्छा स्कोर भी किया. 120, 123, 125 तक मॉक टेस्ट में गई. प्रिपरेशन वाज गुड, बट कांग्रेचुलेशन एंड थैंक्स टू सिद्धार्थ सर. एंड एक बार सभी को फिर से congratulations all the students. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much, sir. Gurnish, your mother is with us.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good evening, ma'am. Namaskar.
Good evening, sir.
Right. So, ma'am, Gurnish, when she used to prepare और कभी demotivate वगैरह होती थी, तो आप लोगों ने कैसे? How did you motivate? How did you help with the studies? I have met sir so many times. He used to come and we talked about the preparation. But how was it at home?
सर मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम मतलब जो मैक्सिमम टाइम तो वो बहुत नॉर्मल रही है. ऐसा मुझे नहीं लगा कि बहुत डिमोटिवेटेड काइंड ऑफ पर्सन वो है. लेकिन जब कभी बीच में उसका ऐसा ब्रेकडाउन आता था तो वो 2-3 बार हुआ है. ऐसा नहीं है कि बिल्कुल ही इसमें से बाहर थी. लेकिन हाँ, वो पेरेंट्स की एक रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बनती है कि उस वक्त बिल्कुल बच्चे को एकदम नॉर्मल फेज में ले आना. बस उसको इसी चीज के लिए करते थे कि मतलब सभी के साथ ही ये पीरियड जा रहा है, सिर्फ तुम ही अकेले नहीं हो. और ये चीज सबसे ज्यादा मैं इसको जो बोलते थे, अगर पेंडेमिक वाला टाइम नहीं होता और सभी बच्चे क्लासेस अटेंड करते, ये बहुत ज्यादा अच्छा जाना था. क्योंकि सभी बच्चों को आपस में एक कंपटीशन फील होता, एक दूसरे को साथ लेके वो आगे बढ़ते, और ये एक अलग सिनेरियो होता. ये चीज मैंने इस को बोला कि लेकिन ये सबके साथ है, सिर्फ तुम्हारे साथ नहीं हो रहा है, और सभी ये प्रॉब्लम फेस कर रहे हैं. और बस ये बच्चे आजकल के स्मार्ट हैं, बहुत जल्दी फिर वापस से अपने आप को मतलब खड़ा कर लेते हैं.
ज्यादा सुनते हैं.
हाँ. बस मेरा ये कहना है कि बच्चों को ना बहुत ज्यादा प्रेशराइज किसी चीज के लिए, चाहे वो जैसे थोड़ा टाइम में इसको छोड़ती भी थी कि अगर बीच में कभी लगता था टाइम ये मतलब वेस्ट भी कहीं हो रहा है. लेकिन क्योंकि बच्चों के ऊपर इतना प्रेशर है सर, मैं इस चीज को नोट की हूँ कि बच्चों के ऊपर, और ऑलमोस्ट ये ऐसा था कि अकेले बैठे हैं रूम में, अपने आप से ये सारी क्लासेस अटेंड कर रहे हैं, अपने आप से मॉक दे रहे हैं. ऑल्दो आप लोगों ने बहुत कोशिश की कि बच्चों के साथ 1-to-1 टच में भी रहें करके, लेकिन जो क्लासेस में रहता है वो चीज हमने रियली बहुत मिस की है. मतलब ब्रिलियंटली इन लोगों ने अपने सिनेरियोज के हिसाब से जो इन्होंने पुट किया है वो बियॉन्ड कंपेरेबल है. मैं बिल्कुल अप्रिशिएट करूंगी सभी बच्चों ने जो मेहनत की, और सभी बच्चे जो अपना जिस तरह से भी अपने आप को सामने लाए हैं करके. आई रियली अप्रिशिएट दैट.
And I really, once again, I will like to congratulate all the achievers and their parents, and to all the achievers, all of you. This is just one. This is your beginning. Don't even think कि हो गया. अब तो शुरुआत है, और इसको भी ठीक उसी तरीके से एंजॉय करना और चैलेंज के तौर पे लेना, प्लस ऊपर नीचे जो होगा, the way you have taken your journey so far. This is a fresh beginning. You will be meeting new people, making new friends, new environment. Maybe 6 months down the line, आप लोगों का college चालू हो जाएगा. You will be going to colleges. So exciting time ahead, and I really wish all the best to all of you from the entire Career Launcher team. Thank you so much. So, anyways, if anyone wants to get in touch with you, I'm sure अगले 6 महीने तो तुम लोग यहीं पर हो, कॉलेज तो खुल नहीं रहा है, so you people can always help them, right? So thank you so much, and with this I will like to conclude this chat. and it's always good to know the journey of the students who have achieved something. I'm sure that your journey will inspire many people who are watching this. And सबसे important चीज, हर किसी के साथ लो होता है, हर कोई पहला मौका देता है, हर किसी के कम नंबर आते हैं, but the most important thing is उससे हमें पीछे नहीं हटना है. We need to carry on and things will start improving, right? Thank you guys. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.